Hello, good day to you, it's me, and this is a UK lockdown is illegal article, which was in the Express. The story goes, Boris Johnson faces a legal challenge over the restrictions. A businessman launches an appeal to quash the PM's new laws, immediately declaring them illegal. So yes, we're going to have a little look at that story right now.
Wealthy businessman Simon Dolan has launched a legal bid against the Prime Minister's latest draconian measures to fight the invisible killer disease, claiming they have been sneaked in using a legal loophole. Issuing a rallying cry, he said businesses were being driven into the ground and lives are being ruined. Mr. Dolan, whose Hota Aviation Company has been delivering personal protective equipment, PPE, to the NHS, has joined forces with wedding venue operator Cripps Barn Group Limited, to seek an injunction, which would immediately halt the government's latest lockdown laws. The legal bid comes after Mr. Johnson urged members of the public to adhere to the new rules, including pub and restaurant curfews of 10 p.m., a rule of 6 limit on social gatherings, and mandatory face mask wearing. Mr. Johnson set out the need for drastic action to tackle the fast growth of coronavirus, asking people to work from home if possible and to stop non-essential travel. But today, Mr. Dolan and Cripps Barn Group Limited served legal papers on the government, seeking urgent relief from the court to quash the new restrictions and declare them illegal. In their letter before action, they are also seeking permission to take the measures to judicial review. They say the contradictory and confusing laws are destroying the hospitality industry and that the measures are disproportionate to the risk to public health from COVID-19. They claim the government misused legislation to bring in the new regulations, without proper scrutiny by Parliament. The government introduced the new measures through the Public Health, Control of Infectious Disease, Act, 1984, by certifying the legislation as urgent. New rules are called statutory instruments, and are immediately approved as laws. This meant ministers were allowed to make the laws effective immediately, without prior approval in Parliament. If the injunction is granted and a public official attempts to impose the lockdown laws, they could be in contempt of court, which is ultimately punishable by imprisonment. Mr. Dolan, who owns 10 UK businesses and employs 600 people, said, with 16 million people now under draconian local restrictions, and everyone facing harsh fines for contravening rules they can't even understand, the tide is turning. More and more people believe, like us, that the government cannot be allowed to do what it likes with no thought to the consequences of its actions. The new legislation has been sneaked in using a legal loophole without scrutiny from Parliament. That is why the country is in a total mess and a state of confusion. Businesses are being driven into the ground and lives are being ruined. The Prime Minister himself had to apologize for getting confused by his own laws, and his own father did not know to wear a mask. I have long argued that all the lockdown measures have been brought in illegally, and are completely disproportionate to the risk from COVID-19. We have evidence that backs this up, and challenges the spurious scenario presented by Professor Whitty, when he claimed that there could be 50,000 coronavirus cases per day by next month. Backbench MPs, led by Sir Graham Brady, made some noise about being denied a voice. But they rolled over like poodles, as soon as their tummies were tickled with the promise they will be given a vote when possible. The new measures threaten to destroy the hospitality industry. We know there are dismayed, worried and angry people in the hospitality industry, and we need more people from the sector to come forward and support this legal case. They can make their voices heard. Anyone who wants to support it financially can donate to the Crowd Justice Appeal. The lockdown measures are illegal, they do not work and they must be scrapped.
Right then, so hopefully if all of this goes, then I'm sure that things will progress, and as you know from my other story, 300 MPs could not be bothered to turn up to vote. So it's all gone through, and we're still locked down, we've still got these ridiculous restrictions. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this businessman's case can be seen, but you never know because it's all part of the establishment, isn't it? The legal system and all of that. They're all related. Anyway, that's it. Thank you, and TTFN.